Hello, my stitchy friends. I'm Angie. I'm the second wind stitcher, and I'd like to welcome you today for Flosstube number 11 on June 15th, 2025. So this is my channel about mostly counted cross stitch. I am going to show some of my knitting whips today, my knitting nips. I will have that at the end, but we'll just start right away with the works in progress that I've got and some of the new starts that I've been doing. For those of you who are new to my channel, for 2025, I am doing a project, so I turned 50 this year, so I'm working on doing 100 new starts for my 50th birthday in 2025. So I'm making excellent progress. I don't have official numbers on how many whips I've started, but I'm over 50%. So that's exciting because I have plans for December. So I'm hoping to get all of the new starts actually finished before December, excuse me. Also, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Today we may have a guest star. My puppy, who does not look like a puppy because she's a year old now, is out and about in the kitchen with me. So we'll see if she stays put or if she starts wandering. If she starts wandering, maybe I'll try to get her in frame. So let's jump in. The first whip that I have for you is, this is Japan Garden. So artwork is designed by Heaven and Earth Design, or it's artwork by Dominic Davison, and it's Heaven and Earth Designs that does this. And I start up here in the upper left corner. I was really excited because I finally got to some of the reds in that tree, and it is absolutely looking gorgeous. It just looks like a hot mess right now, but once it's done, it's going to be absolutely beautiful, as you can see by the cover page. So I did 432 stitches. That is 0.05%, y'all. It's a big piece, but I'm excited to keep working on that. The next thing that I worked on is Melia. So this is artwork by Unstable Halcyon, and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. She is beautiful. Again, not a huge start. I'm up in the background. I think this is 20 count gridded fabric. I'm pretty sure Japan Garden is just on an 18 count. Might be a 20, I don't remember. So I only got about 219 stitches, which brings me to 0.66% for that one. Sorry, that's putting things away. Okay, the next one is one of the new starts. So this is artwork by Bridget Ashwood. It is called Rainbow Butterflies, and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Not usually a big butterfly person, but this one is it just was talking to me. And I didn't get a lot done, about 411 stitches. But oh, look how beautiful that is already. I mean, I haven't even hit a butterfly yet, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So 411 stitches takes me to 0.27% for that new start. If I'm looking down, I've got my laptop in front of me, and I'm just trying to mark things off as I go so that I don't miss anything. Okay, the next one is not a new start. This was a whip. So this is artwork by Jeremiah Kettner. This is a retired chart from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is Personal Sunshine. I love this chart. So this is, I think this is an 18 count. I'm sorry I don't have all the details. But that is where I got to. So this got 378 stitches. I'm at 2.74%. And I love this. If you want to see this completed, Jessie Marie Does Stuff has finished this. You probably have to go back a little bit to see her finish, but it's beautiful. Love it. Okay. Next up is one of the new starts. This one is by Carriage House Samplings. Oh, I don't know what that fuzzy is. This is Silver Landscapes. And this might be a little hard to see. So this is on a 20 count Ada by Mystic Fabrics. It was one of her fabric of the months from February of 2023. This is called Tundra. And I just started in that tree on the side there. So this is, I don't know how many stitches. I forgot to write it down. Oops, and my book is in the other room. But this is just my baby start on that. But yeah, so just up in this little section here. But I'm loving this fabric for this piece. I don't know, the called for was a lakeside linen, which is hard to come by. And I wanted to do it on Ada anyway, so that's okay. Okay, what do I got next? I have, this was the babiest of baby starts, y'all. It was just one of those nights where I think I wasn't super feeling stitching. We all have those nights, but this is Lindy Stitches. It's the red cheeked Cordon Blue, which is in her Air Mail series. And I didn't even get the full border top done. I am doing all of these on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count Silver Moon linen from Zweigart. So yeah, I left it in the Q-snap because I thought, oh, I'll come back and do a little bit more, and then I didn't. It didn't happen. It's okay. It's still a start. So I got a whopping 69 stitches in on that piece. But look at the fabulous bag that it's in. This is a Kaylee 10 stitch bag from the Sewing Shop CA. I love it. I have lots of her bags. Okay, well, now they're all starting to, I have like everything in a laundry basket next to me. Okay, the next one, oh no. 1 moment, please. I'm gonna pause. Okay, I didn't actually pause because I pushed the wrong button. So hopefully these will get meshed in together. Okay, the next project is Meditation Garden by Jan Hicks Creates. I love this. This is on a needle bug fabric. This is, needle bling. It is a 32 count linen and it's called Lightning. And I got about 401 stitches on this, but like it's this whole, all of the green in the tree. So I really, there, that's better. Oh, it's beautiful. I just love this. And I'm also using a silks conversion for this from Mrs. Sada's, and they are lovely to work with. I recommend. Thank you for being patient while I put my things away here. All right, the next one is a new start, and this is in the Fabulous House series. This is the Castle. I am going to be starting all of these this year. I think a couple got called for June. So I'm either doing all of these on 20 count Aida or on 40 count linen. And this fabric is not labeled. Oh, lovely. Nope. This is an unknown fabric. I don't know. I'm surprised I don't have oh no, I lied. This is called Anemone and it is a Bestitch Me fabric. It is a 20 count Aida Anemone. I thought I had it. So this is where I got to. Yeah, so it's a little abstract, but so started, and then here's the flag at the top of the flagpole. And then I've also decided that for these castle doors, I'm actually going to do them in this red color because I really think that they're going to pop a little bit more than the brown. And I want red castle doors. So I also have, Bestitch Me did silk packs for all of these last year, and I have all of the silk packs for these projects, so I'm super excited. Okay, so this project was not in the original list, and that is probably going to be the case for a lot of them. Plans are meant to be broken, right? So this is a new start. It is from Modern Folk Embroidery, and it is his Here Be Dragons. So that is what it will look like. And he really charts this up nicely because he charts symbols for both the negative and the positive so that you can stitch. I mean, you could stitch this full coverage if you wanted, or you can choose which one you want to stitch. This is 32 count fabric from Bestitch Me. It is called Merlot, and I absolutely love it. And I am stitching this, I think, with the Silks for You. I'm sure it is, actually. Yes. So this is PR207. So I wanted to have that really rich kind of dark tealy blue on this fabric, and I really am loving how it looks because I didn't want a black dragon on red fabric or a white dragon, or I wanted something just slightly different. And I love how there's it doesn't look super variegated when you have it on the hank, but you can see some variegations in there as it's being stitched, and I am loving it. So I got 419 stitches done on that, which takes me to 1.49, just short of my 1.5%, of course. So that was great. The next project that I have is from Blackbird Designs. This is Violet's Blue. And I went a totally different way or direction for the fabric. I think this is a Fortnite fabric. I don't have the tag. I'm pretty sure it's a Fortnite fabric, but it's one that somewhere along the way. Oh wait, I lied. It's in here. I usually have better notes than this. So it's called Sea Glass from Fortnite fabric. Because I just wanted something slightly different. So that is where I got to. No, how about this way? That is where I got to. And I think this is going to be gorgeous. I really wanted to get down and do a couple of these little, or start these little flowers. So violets blue on sea glass green fabric. But that is the joy of being a stitcher, right? We can totally customize and personalize to however we want things to look. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of weird. It is a very gray, rainy day here in Wisconsin, so yeah. Okay, the next one is a new start, and this is by Heartstring Sampler. This is the Scary Sampler, which I love. I'm using the called for flosses, but I switched up the fabric, and this is I think this is actually a Lakeside. Yeah, this is a Lakeside linen. It is called Tarnished Silver, and that is where I got to. I love this fabric. I have so my LNS, or yeah, LNS does get some Lakeside in, and when they get the Tarnished Silver in, I will often pick up a piece of it because I adore it, and it is really nice to work on. So, oh, beautiful. I wish that like I got so close to being able to get what, I don't know if you can see. So these little guys up here are little alien heads. Can you see that? I love it. I love it. So I was really close to getting to one of the alien heads, but I didn't quite get there. Okay. My next piece is a Maxine Gad. So she designs and charts all of these herself. This is Titania, and she is so beautiful. I love Maxine Gad. I don't have a ton of her artwork or charts, but there's several that I would like. But I really like how inclusive she is, because it's, you know, like the rainbow of colors for people, and I love that. So, and this is gorgeous. So I'm just up in the background. I got 374 stitches, which brings me to 0.62%. Lots of kind of checkerboard up here in this background, but oh, the color palette on this is so beautiful. The purples and the blues and those dark chocolate browns, and oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, my next project is one of the Quirky Quakers. So I finally started Quirky Quaker Turtle. This is on a 16 count Ada. I think it's called Dill Pickle, and I'm pretty sure this is also from Kaylee. So Kaylee 10 Stitch. This is, I think I got this as like a, when I had ordered several bags from her. Yes, I just said bags because I'm from Wisconsin. I had ordered several bags from her, and she, as a extra special gift, gifted me some fabric. So I just loved this kind of like, looks like a pond. Looks like, you know, like could be kind of algae and stuff on the pond for the turtle. And then I got this, this was a Silks for You. So they do a Christmas in July box. Oh gosh. And I picked a couple of these, but it was a really pretty gradient of silks and for green silks. So you can see these are the two, oops. These are the two silks that I picked. I think this is in, yep, this was the Christmas in July for 2024. I think Jo has some spots open. If you're interested in her advent calendar for July, it's got some beautiful things in it. I was glad that I signed up last year. And I did sign up this year. Okay, next one is another Quirky Quaker. So I went on a little trip earlier to go and visit my best friend, and Quirky Quakers are like perfect to take with you for travel because, you know, especially if you do them on Ada, you don't have to always have like really good lighting and stuff like that. And they're quick and easy. So this one is the Quirky Quaker Seahorse. And this is a fun pattern. I won't show it, but she actually gives you like the reverse. So if you, depending on which direction you want your seahorse to face, she's got it charted for you in either direction, which I think is really cute. But this is a start and a finish. I completed this. It is all one color. I think, yeah, I don't know what this fabric is. It's a scrap of Fortnite fabric, I think, that I had, but I think. And then the floss that I used is from Threadworks. It is Threadworks 11582. So it does have some variegation, which is a little hard to see on camera, but you know, there's some like really dark purples. Yeah. I actually like went to Google Images and was searching for seahorses, and I found this really pretty like dark purple seahorse, and I was like, that is my inspo pick for my seahorse, and I love how he turned out. So there's that one. Phoebe, come here. Come here. Okay, let's see. Bring the camera down. There's Miss Phoebe. There's Miss Phoebe. Okay, go to place. Go to place. Good girl. Go to place. Down. Sorry, y'all. What a good girl. Good job. Yes, we've been, I took her to some day training, and I mean, she was already like place trained, but she would not stay on place for me. And so I took her to some more day training, and she's also kind of reactive around other dogs when she's on leash. And people, and it's not because she's aggressive. She's just like so excited. She's so excited. She wants to like see and greet everybody, and she's really a very, very sweet dog. But of course, she's an 80-pound German Shepherd and does not look sweet when she's barking at you. She looks like she wants to tear your throat out, but that's not the case at all. So she has finished her training, and she's been doing so much better. And I mean, she got sent to place before I started the video, and while I was kind of prepping and stuff. So the fact that she stayed on there, because it's probably been like 45 minutes that she has been on place, it's pretty good. I don't usually like keep her in place command that long. It's more just like when I'm unloading the dishwasher or trying to load the dishwasher, she loves to lick clean dishes, which drives me a little bonkers. So she has to go to place when I'm unloading the dishwasher. Okay, I digress. Enough about my puppy. Okay, the next one that I worked on is the Jelly World. This is for the Heaven and Earth Designs 2025 Stitch Along. This is now closed. You can't join it. So they open this up usually in like November, and then they give you like 4 to 6 weeks to sign up. They have a variety of charts that you can choose from that you want to stitch from, or that you want to stitch on. And then this year, if you complete 6 pages, you can get all of the charts that you could choose from for the stitch along. And if you complete the entire chart by the end of the year, I think you get all of those charts, and you can choose one from Heaven and Earth Designs, like one of their, main charts. I will not get this completely finished. I'm really going to try and finish the 6 pages so that I can get the other charts, because there were some really pretty ones that I would love to stitch. I actually restarted this I don't remember if I talked about this last time, but I started it on 20 count, which is kind of my go-to 20 count full cross. I just don't think it's like, it's not going to be possible for me to get the 6 pages done. So I switched it over to 28 count, and I'm doing it 2/1 10 stitch. So I'm about back to where I was when I, like for my 20 count start. So this is where I'm at. I know I have a lot of work to do on this, but it does go really a lot faster when it's on the 28 count. So I think from here on out, I'm gonna like kind of reassess where I'm at for my 100 starts. And then for July, August, September, October, November, that will be new starts. I'm gonna try and get everything done, and then like have a week or so at the end of each month to really focus on Jelly World. And then I'll have December to try and like hammer down and really like get the 6 pages done on Jelly World. So fingers crossed that I can get that done, because I really would like to get that accomplished. So, okay. Next one is a new start. This is Daydream Sea Turtles. Artwork is by Sheena Pike. This is charted by Charting Creations. I'm pretty sure this is still at Charting Creations. And I'm up here in this corner. And oh my gosh, I'm loving it already. Look at how beautiful just that little flower is. So this is on 20 count gridded fabric. But I got 735 stitches, which brings me to 0.44%. And I just, oh, this is so gorgeous. It's gonna be so much fun to stitch. I love turtles, so I love that chart. Okay. Almost done. Oops. As I zip it closed. I'm so sorry, everybody. I tried to unzip everything so that I wasn't zipping on camera, and then I go unzip. Okay, this is from Frosted Pumpkin. This is called Sparkle Wherever You Go. I love this. She charted this with Cosmo flosses, which I've never used before. So I was like, oh, I'll get the like rainbow Cosmo flosses. And I also wanted it to be on this pink fabric. So this is called In Full Bloom. It is an 18 count Ada from Bestitch Me. And I love how this looks. It's so good. So I've been kind of ruminating on plans for next year already. It will not include 100 new starts, I can tell you that for sure. And I'm still kind of processing it, but when I have some more solid plans, I will start sharing that. I can't believe it's June and I'm already thinking about next year. Okay, next one, this is a whip. This is from Leanne Seed, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a quick stitch. It's called it's a Story Keep Oriental Courage. And it's little. It's like less than 18,000 stitches. And I had started this and then I made some pretty grave errors, and it was like enough that the dragon was all like wonky. And so I said, okay, we're gonna restart it on 20 count Ada, and I'm gonna color complete, which I've never done before, but I thought this would be the perfect piece to try and color complete on, because there's only like 11 colors, and I think one of those colors only has 3 stitches. So I'm color completing. This is the full width of the piece. I will have to move the Q-snap to get down to the bottom, but I love how this is looking. And the color completing is kind of fun on this. I don't think it's something that I would want to do super regularly, but this felt like a good piece to do this on. So I got 401 stitches on this, and that brings me to 9.41%. So pretty good. This will likely be the first full coverage that I finish because it really is pretty tiny. All right. The next piece that I started is called Cabin in the Woods by Flossabilities. I had to pivot on the fabric for this. I had like a dark linen that I was going to stitch it on. Guess what? I can't see dark linen. I can't stitch on it. I had some black linen and I was like, nope, I can't see it. And I gifted it to a friend of mine. And then this was like a dark gray that I was like, oh, it should be fine. Nope, I can't see it. I can't see it. So I pivoted and I found this piece of, it's called Ashes to Ashes, and it's from Fiberlicious. And that is where I got to. Sorry she's chewing on one of her bones and likes to drop them on the floor. So I apologize for that noise. So this, I got 284 stitches. And like I said, this is an 18 count Fiberlicious Aida called Ashes to Ashes. Ma'am, Phoebe, go to place. Phoebe, go to place, please. Go to place. She's being stubborn. She is a German Shepherd. That should shock no one that knows anything about dogs. If you're a cat person, that's fine. But German Shepherds are notoriously stubborn. Okay, next one. This is a whip. This is Day to Night Africa by Lars Stewart, charted by Pain Free Crafts. I am up in this corner. This is on 28 count, and I am doing it on 10 stitch. I will say, I am looking forward to getting out of these light colors. Because it is hard to stitch on. Oh my gosh. I need a bigger bag. I need a bigger boat. Okay, so, I mean, I got 452 stitches in, but you can't really tell from, I mean, I know I don't have like what it looked like last time pictures, but I worked in here a bunch with some of these kind of darker gold colors. So yeah. And that's basically like getting into this tree right here. But oh, this is gorgeous. This is, I think, also retired now. I don't know if Lars has his artwork with any other designers, but I was glad that I got the Day to Night Africa when Sarah still had it at Pain Free, because it is absolutely beautiful charting and beautiful artwork. Okay. I don't even know if I ever showed this, but so last year for 2024, I wanted to start Saga on Leap Day for like Leap Day New Start, and want to have it finished by the next leap year. And I did start it, and I hated my color choices. So I kind of reevaluated and have been like really trying to figure out where I wanted to go for my Saga piece. And I finally landed on, like, I had the fabric picked out pretty early. So this is an 18 count Aida from Bestitch Me. It's called Lunar. So it is beautiful. It is a gray, but it also has some very subtle like purples and some dark green, like almost sagey greens in it. It's beautiful. I love it. I actually have, this is like a yard of fabric, because I like to have a lot of margin. Phoebe. She's chewing on one of her bones. It's a Benebone, or I think that's the Benebone. And they're really loud on the laminate flooring. I apologize. Anyway, So this is like on a yard of fabric because I like to have a fair amount of margin, and I think it would fit on a half yard, but it would be tighter than I wanted. So I just ordered a full yard and I'll have extra, and that's fine. So I'm so excited. I worked on this the last few days because I just was like absolutely hooked. But that is where I got to. I have the whole first archway done. I don't have the cover sheet. I will see if I can remember to insert a picture up here. And then the colors that I chose, these are silks from Silks For You. And the red is PR034. And the black is PR070, which is, I think they're black. And like, when you put these together, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I was talking to my stitchy friend Christine, and I was like, you know, that I had started this as a Leap Day project, and that I still really would like to get it done. And so she did some quick math for me while I was doing some other things. And she's like, there are 30 months before the next Leap Day, and there are 25 arches left. And so the bigger, they're like at the bottom, ma'am, she's getting antsy. This is why I usually put her in her crate for a nap when I do floss tubes, because she like, it doesn't matter how close I trim her claws, she's always clicking on the laminates. Anyway, so it would give me a little extra time for like the big arches down at the bottom. But if I do like one arch a month, I could theoretically get this done. And I think this is gonna just stay out, and I will work on an arch each month. So, yeah, more to come on that one. I am super pleased, and it's been really fun, you know, doing kind of the two colors and trying to figure out like which color is gonna go where. I knew that I wanted the borders to be mostly black, but I also knew that I wanted some of the animals to be in the black, and you know, like that one, like the black and the crow seemed totally appropriate to put into the black. But yeah, I'm very excited. I have some other plans for some other long dogs too. I'm kind of jumping on the fishy versions that she's been putting out. Super excited to see what the fourth one will have. Yeah. So you will probably see more long dog stuff coming from me. Okay, my basket is empty. So plans, I mean, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I was trying to I'm still doing WhipGo for all of my whips. I'm sorry, I did not pull. Actually, hang on, I could tell you since I have my laptop sitting in front of me. Open. So I finished Oriental Courage and Day to Night Africa. The other ones that are still up for WhipGo this month are July Quaker and September's Revenge. Hopefully we'll show you those in the next video. And then I've got Elemental Dragon's Earth, which is in ink circles. So she has 4 of these elemental dragon. So earth, air, fire, water. And I think I have air finished, and the other 3 are all started. And then the last WhipGo piece that I have is Blackbird it's a Mirabilia. So I'm really excited to Phoebe, go to place. Go to place. Down. Okay, sorry. I might have another Mirabilia. So I saw that Stewart and Stitches and Mama Loves You GB are starting or have started Miss Cherry Blossom from Mirabilia, and I already have it kitted. Like, I have the chart, I have all the stuffs, I have the fabric. So it is out, and it may potentially be one of my new starts for this month of June. We'll see. More to come. Okay, I think that's it for the stitching. If you are not interested in some of the knitting that I've been doing, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I know that there are lots and lots of floss tubers out there, and I mean, everybody is wonderful, but I really appreciate you coming and spending some of your day with me. So, okay, knitting. I started several, like I cast on several of the Musselburgh hats by Issel de Teague. And mostly because once you get past the initial increases in the crown, you just knit. You knit, 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 knit. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a bunch of these because just like with my cross stitching, I kind of will be like, okay, I'm kind of done with this color, or I'm kind of done with this project right now. So I have 4 of them on the go. I have 3 in here. 1 is out in the car, and it's raining, and I didn't want to go out to the car. But I'll try and show that at some point next time. So this one is actually for my niece, one of my nieces. So this is a Forbidden Fiber Co. And this is called After the Storm. And this is in their Fortitude fingering weight, which is a sock yarn. So this is 100% superwash merino, which I wouldn't necessarily use for actual socks, but it's great for a hat. And so this is the yarn. It's this beautiful like gray variegation. And this is where I'm at for the hat. So it's not halfway done yet. It's maybe a third of the way done, but I really am liking how the striping is coming out. It's not super, like it doesn't do a lot of color pooling. And then like, okay. So for those of you who have not ever knitted a Musselburgh, you have to do this crazy cast on, because basically the Musselburgh is like it'll be a big sausage case. So you start, and then this little hole, you have a tail that you cinch up, and so then the hole goes away, right? So like you just cinch that, and then this gets woven in, and that hole is whatever. And then at the other end you decrease, which is why I still have stitch markers. I have 4 stitch markers, because that will be where I do my decreases. And then you stuff one end of the hat into the other, and it becomes a double layered hat. And if you make it long enough, you can also make it so that it has a brim. So then the brim can be like a 4-layered hat. So, you know, like I will knit this until I have about 10 or 12 grams left on this 100-gram skein. And then I will start the decreases. So, these are great like travel projects, because it's just knit. You're just knitting in the round. You can do this. This is a 16-inch circular needle. And since this is fingering weight, oh my gosh, I don't have my glasses, so I can't tell you. It's probably a 2.5 millimeter needle, if I am remembering correctly. So 2.5 millimeter, or maybe a 2.75. But yeah. And then who doesn't love a project bag? So this is from a company called Nona Pearl Creations, and she makes these adorable little, like, it's nice, sturdy. It's clearly got some interfacing in there, so it will stand up on its own, and it has little snaps in there so that you can snap it closed, and it's got a little like wrist strap, and it is the absolute perfect little bag for like sock, if you're not a sock knitter, which I'm hoping to be soon. I have finished a sock. It is more like a oversized like house sock, because it was my first one, and I was still like trying to figure out gauge and needles and all that stuff. But future Angie. Okay, next one. Now I'll just show all the Musselburghs at once. This one is probably about halfway done. This is a hedgehog fiber, and it is in a colorway called, pardon me, Hummingbird. And it is absolutely gorgeous. What I can't figure out, and like if I ever come to Ireland, and I think they have an actual like shop that you can stop in, but I want to know, like, how does she get these like super saturated, like single colors all on their own? Like, look at how does that happen? Because this isn't like it doesn't look like just speckles, right? Like when they like speckle the dye over, like, so they, you know, soak the yarn in whatever dye, and then they put the that doesn't look like speckles. Like, look, how does it? I love it. This probably has the most progress because I absolutely love this colorway, because I'm constantly surprised at what's next up on the needle. That and like hedgehog yarn is really nice to work with. Not that the forbidden fiber, that's the first time I've ever used that yarn too, and it is lovely. It's a little coarser than the hedgehog, but I think that's because it doesn't have any nylon in it. Okay, this is also a hedgehog fiber. This one is called Down by the River. And it is so pretty. I don't know, like you can see some of the blues in there, the purples and the greens, and oh, I just love it. It's beautiful. So another hedgehog fiber, more Nona Pearl, because I love her bags. I keep stalking her website for new patterns, or new fabrics, because I would like a couple more. Okay, so then the next thing that I am working on, this is a sweater. Let me see. So this is, I think she's an Irish designer, I think. And watch me not have printed out the page that has the pictures on it. So this is the Karan Cardigan. Oh, here, I did. So okay, this designer is lovely. She gives you so many customizations. So you can do a crew neck, you can do a V-neck, you can do short sleeve, long sleeve. All of that is customizable. She also like shows you how to do some customization, like if you need a bigger armhole, based off of the size of the sweater that you're doing. She has, I don't remember if she's got any bust darting, maybe. But this one is worked from the bottom up, which is not something I've done before. So this has been an interesting experience. I chose a yarn from, this is a Malabrigio yarn. This is their Silky Merino in the colorway Pearl. So it is a 51% silk and 49% merino wool, and it is so soft. And this is where I'm at. So I'm not like super far. I'm also not making this cropped because I don't look good in cropped things. I have, you know, like I'm kind of round in the belly. So for me, cropped just doesn't work. So I am definitely going to make this longer than what the pattern recommends. Oh, I've got some, I bet the needle was caught in there. So, and I also I didn't change the needle size on my ribbing so like usually for ribbing on a sweater or whatever, they would say start with the smaller needle because they want you to kind of tighten in at the ribbing, and I didn't want that. So my ribbing and my sweater are all done on the same size needle. But just naturally, because for me with lace work, it's always a little looser than my natural knitting, just because with yarn overs, they can be hard to tension. So it's a fairly simple pattern. It's a 4-row repeat, but I will say that, and I actually was taking a class for this. So my local yarn shop, they offer lots of classes, which is wonderful. And honestly, like I attend a lot of the classes, not necessarily because I do still you know, like I would consider myself an intermediate knitter, but I'm not great. Like I've finished a baby sweater, which was a top-down cardigan. But beyond that, I've not finished garments. Like I'm a blanket and scarf knitter. So I'm absolutely still learning things, but it's really more about some of the camaraderie of, you know, like just sitting in a room and knitting with people who are likely, you know, have similar interests to you. So that has been a lot of fun. But we were all talking about the fact that like the 3rd row in this repeat is so hard to get into the rhythm on. And I have had to like frog back or tink back. Really, I tinked it because I unknit it. I didn't like rip it. I've had to tink back multiple times, always on the 3rd row. I'm just like, what is about the 3rd row? I don't know what it is. Because it's not like the other 4 rows, totally fine. I have no problems with them, but there is something about that 3rd row that I just like cannot get into the groove on. It's uncanny, but it made me feel a little better when all of the other ladies, including the instructor, was like, the 3rd row, man, it's like the 4th rail for the subway or something. Okay. I will mess with that later. And then the other project that I've been working on, I haven't touched it super recently. It is another cardigan. It is another, or no, I'm sorry. It's another bottom up, but this one it's called the Rift Tee. And they, again, have a bunch of options that you can do. So again, it's cropped. I'm not making it cropped. I will be making my body longer. But you can do like a full, like double V basically, or you can have just a front V. You can make it long sleeve. You can make it short sleeve. Like there's tons of options. So and it's very size inclusive. Both the Karan and this one, they're very size inclusive, which is lovely. So I am doing mine. It will eventually have short sleeves. I'm not going to do long sleeves. And I'm still debating on if I'm going to have a double V in the neckline. But this is, oh, sorry. Let me tell you what the yarn is. This is from the Fiber Co. It's their Luma. And the fiber content on this is 50% wool, 25% cotton, 15% linen, and 10% silk. And this is a DK weight. And I think the other one is also a DK weight. So it has a little more, it's not fully heathered, but it does look a little heathered. And it is also lovely. So this is where I'm at. This one, again, so like I did a hat a little while ago that had a brim that had the ribbing where you basically like knit through the back loop. So you're twisting the knit stitches, and then I just purl. And it just makes, to me, it feels a little bit cleaner for the ribbing. This one wanted you to do knit through the back loop, purl through the back loop. I hate purling through the back loop. I hate it. So I didn't. I just knit through the back loop. Again, just like crop, you can customize. You can do, there are no, you know, there's no police that are knitting police to come and take me away because I did something different. So this is where I'm at. It also has on each side, it's got like a little bit of like ribbing on the side as just an accent. this is, sorry, this is where I joined. So this is getting knit in the round because it's not a cardigan. So yeah, I need to make some time to work on both of those. I have several other projects that are also on the go. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing like all of the knitting whips. Maybe I can do just like a one-off that just says, sorry, that just has, that's just my knitting, just my knitting whips. Because I would be happy to do that. I have not as many as my cross stitch whips, but I do have a bunch of knitting whips. So, I think that's everything. I think that's all. So when I was on vacation, I say that loosely, I was still working while I was out there. But while I was out in Washington visiting my best friend, I took all of the hats and kind of rotated through them. You can tell like the one that is the hummingbird color that is about halfway done. I definitely worked on those on the plane and in the airport the most, because you just get a ton of progress. But I didn't realize how reliant I was on my Crafty Light for cross stitching. And I also didn't bring my extra strength readers. So I have like 2 pairs of prescription readers. One is just like when I'm working on 18 or 20 count Aida. The other one is if I'm working on like 28 count even weave, or if I'm working on 40 count or something like that. They're just kicked up a little bit in strength. And I didn't bring those with. And then I didn't have great lighting while I was out there. So I just didn't I took Jelly World with me. I got like a section of it that was all one, like block stitching. And then I was like, I just can't see it. So yeah, I think knitting is just going to be what I take when I travel, and maybe some more like Quirky Quakers or something small like that is just on an easy piece of Aida. So we'll see. Thank you for joining. I'm doing the Midwest goodbye. Clearly, I appreciate everyone, and I will see you in the next one.